What's up, guys? Nick here from Budget Decks with my friend Alec. We're at our locals, aka freaking Carl's fucking Jr. And we're gonna give you his Cloudian deck profile. Now, this deck, if I remember right, it's beaten 6 Samurais and Ancient Gears, correct?
That is correct, and it has stalled Blue Eyes decks.
It's stalled. How long did it stall the Blue Eyes deck?
For about 10 turns.
10 turns. That's actually pretty good. Blue Eyes decks usually run out by then.
Yeah.
That's actually not too bad. Anyway, this is your deck. I'm gonna shut up now. Alec, go ahead and give us the profile.
Alrighty.
Now, first, before you start, okay, sorry, I'm gonna put my foot in my mouth. How much did this cost?
No more than $25 at the time that I got it.
No more than $25. Very good. All right, start this baby up.
You would run 3 Cloudian Smoke Balls, this cute little guy. Normal monster, he doesn't really do anything on his own. He's mainly just support for this thing.
Very nice.
Then you run 3 Cloudian Turbulences. His effect is you can remove 2 counters from this thing. Actually, no, you can remove 1 counter from this thing to summon 1 smoke ball, but on average, you can get like 2.
So basically what he does is when he's summoned, he puts a counter on himself and then he removes that counter to special summon. So basically, it's a summon, special summon.
Exactly.
Pretty simple.
Then, this is kind of the boss monster of the deck, although there is another one. This is Cloudian Nimbus Man. Now, he gains 500 attack for every counter on the field, and with the Cloudian deck, that is very easy to get a bunch of counters on the field. And I'll show you how later.
Very nice.
Then you run 3 Mother Grizzlies.
Now, why do we run 3 Mother Grizzly? I notice this is not a cloud.
She is basically a Sangin. When she is destroyed, you special summon 1 1500 attack or lower monster from your deck in attack position.
That's actually pretty good. That's better than Sangin.
So when she's destroyed, you basically have another monster on the field.
Very nice.
Next, you would run, or I run, 2 Cloudian Ghost Fogs. Now, when he is destroyed, if I remember right, he places counters on the field equal to the monster's level that destroyed him. So say a Blue Eyes attacks him, you would distribute 8 counters on the field. Or, and he takes no damage during that damage calculation. So that means you can attack into a monster to distribute counters if you really need it.
Need those counters.
Next, 2 Cloudian Sheep Clouds.
Look at that. They've been in the heat, obviously. Look at that. You mistreat your
that
cards.
little bent. Yeah. They're in the back of a car all day.
Ooh, that's not good. Not good.
Now, when this card is destroyed, you special summon 2 Cloudian tokens onto the field, 0 attack, 0 defense, and they create a little wall for you. Stall the game a little more. Next, another cute one. Cloudian Cirrus Strauss, if I'm pronouncing that
Cirrus
right.
Stratus.
Stratus.
Maybe if you learned your clouds, you'd learn how to...
I'm writing it upside down. Now, when this card is placed on the field, once again, place a counter for every Cloudian on the field. And what he does, you take away 2 fog counters from this card to destroy 1 monster on the field. You would most likely destroy an opponent's monster that has like a really high attack that you can't defeat on your own. Mm-hmm. So he just basically wipes the field if you have enough counters. Second boss monster, but not as reliable, is Cloudian Eye of the Typhoon.
Now, why is he not as reliable? What's his problem?
He requires tribute summoning half the time because this deck really doesn't special summon him easily. I'm sure there's a lot of support that can help with that. What he does is when he attacks with his 3000 attack, which is really good, or pretty good, he changes the attack position of every monster on the field except for Cloudians. So most big boss monsters that people run have very weak defense. That eyeball right there. They have weak defense, so this would help you take them out pretty quick. Hopefully. Next, you would run 3 White Elephant's Gifts. This is kind of the draw power of it. Now
you're only using 3 normal monsters. Why in the heck would you use this? Is that little Cloudian literally nothing but draw power for you?
He really is, because most of these Cloudians allow you to pull him out of the graveyard and put him back onto the field. So that means you kind of have an unlimited source of draw power
Because unlimited source of one of the weakest monsters in the game.
Exactly. I mean, Cloudian games probably won't last you too long. You either win quick or you lose, or you stall long.
Very nice.
Next, I love this card. 3 Sanctuaries in the Sky.
Now, why do you love this card? I notice it's a field spell, so what does it do?
This is the field spell for the deck. During battle calculations, if you control a fairy-type monster and that fairy-type monster was involved in battle calculations, your attack becomes 0. Now, what this deck does, Cloudians do not get destroyed by battle. Therefore, this reduces your damage you take to 0, plus the Cloudians cannot be destroyed. That means if nobody destroys this card, and they don't have anything to destroy your monsters, like, specially, you are kind of immortal during the remainder of it, which is great.
Which is the best part.
Now everyone knows what terraforming does. Bring the field spell to your deck, to your hand. So I just run 2 of them. You could probably do 1, to be in complete honesty.
Apparently it's actually going to go to 1 in the next ban list, coming out in like a week or 2. So we'll find out.
I am not sad with that.
I'm honestly not sad about that either.
Next, Cloudian Squall.
Now, I just want to point this out to everyone watching this. That's totally semen. That is sperm. Those are sperm cells right there.
I'm really worried about your sperm list.
Anyway, no, that's... How about you look under a microscope? You might know what it means. Anyway,
now
why do you run this?
I would actually run 3 of them. You could probably take out...
one of the terraformings.
Yeah, one of your terraformings to bump this up to 3. During each of your standby phases, place 1 fog counter on every face-up monster in the field. That includes your opponents. Also, they're stackable, so if you place 2 and 3, you could place 3 counters on each monster on the field, which would
beef up that one boss monster up to like thousands and thousands.
Exactly, and not only that, you'd be able to take off counters from some of these monsters to special summon or to destroy monsters on the field. So this is why this card is great.
So for those that haven't figured it out already, this is a huge counter deck. This is nothing but counters. You better have a lot of dice on you, or you better have a lot of something.
Not only that, one of the monsters I fought against before had 13 counters on it, and that was just one monster. A lot of receipts were ripped up on that day.
Okay, yeah, the receipt counters.
Salvage, add 2 water monsters from your deck, from your graveyard with 1500 attack or less to your hand. Basically, because your Cloudians get destroyed so much, you would want something to bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
Next, this was the card that cost more money, like beefed up the cost of this deck.
How much was it?
A of Greed. Those were about $3,
this thing's like a good $3 or $4. Yeah.
That's why I only run 2. But if you want to spend extra money, bump it up to 3.
Penguin deck, same thing. That's the most expensive card by at least $3.
Oh yeah. Basically, put 2 water monsters from your hand into your deck, shuffle it, and draw 3.
I really hope they reprint this card at some point. It needs a reprint badly.
It does. This one, I run 2 of it, but you could probably get away with 1. Now, this card, once per turn, if you control no monsters on the field, and
special summon 1 fairy type monster from your hand, you control no monsters, you may
basically special summon a fairy from your hand, which
if you have
most
no
Cloudians
monsters.
are if you have no monsters on the field. Oh, I got it mixed up for a second with the card that requires your opponent to have monsters.
Yep.
This one, not as good as the rest. You could probably get rid of this in entirety.
So what does it do, and why do you have it?
Now, what you do is you tribute 1 face-up Cloudian monster that you control to place 3 fog counters on, I think, any monster that you want.
Yeah, that is god-awful, actually.
So this is good for, like, say you have, like, a bunch of little Cloudian smoke balls because you special summoned a bunch. You could use these, bump up the counters on the field, but you're removing cards from the field, which isn't very good. So
these just seem like filler slots to me.
They were at the time. Now, these cards people would probably recommend you get rid of in entirety. Face off.
Now, why do you use this? First of all, I'd say this is a 6 samurai card, and it's terribly specific.
To be honest, I like the art of it, and at the time I thought it was better, probably because I didn't actually read its effect in entirety. During battle phase, if a spell or trap card is activated or monster effect is activated, you can negate it, and then you can destroy the card that you set effective.
But that's only during the damage step, which is after the battle phase.
However, during the day. Crap, you're right. So that card's even worse than I thought.
So it's pretty crap. So basically, like, during this one very minor step.
So if you want to do it more meta, which, I mean, we're talking Cloudian, so why would you?
Well, I mean, ancient Cloudians.
You would swap this out with something like a Solemn Warning.
Well, I mean, if I may make a suggestion, get rid of this.
And Grand Horn of Heaven.
Put in 1 Grand Horn of Heaven, 1 Dark Bribe. That way you at least have 1 spell trap negation and 1 monster special summon negation.
Now, one weird thing about this, I was going to say actually put a Dark Hole, but actually do not use Dark Holes because
that'll destroy your field.
Not only that, you would destroy your opponent's counters that they have, and you do not want to remove counters no matter what.
Not gonna lie, now that I've seen your deck list, I feel like I can fix it a lot.
Oh yeah.
And I think you do think that too.
Oh, I've tried looking it up, I just haven't put too much interest in it. I like how weak they are, in a way.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Cloudian deck. I know we're starting to get close to our 5 decks that I promised we'd have a live duel at some point. Probably won't, but who knows, we'll try and get there. So hope you all had a wonderful day, and you had a good time. And yeah, this is Nick from Real Fake Doors. Bye.